All of a sudden, I said, man, something's not right. And my eyes, it's like they're getting a little blurry. So I went to the bathroom and I looked in my eyes and I knew right away that I was something's going on.
And then he stumbled out of the bathroom, and that's when I heard him stumble. And I jumped up, and his body was very rigid. And I said, "Are you okay?" And he was sweating profusely.
I couldn't communicate. I knew something was going on, and she called 911 right away. And I would say in maybe 5 minutes they were already there.
I mean, he was not with it at all. He was like, he couldn't see me. In the beginning, he was blinded from the clot that went behind his eye, and he couldn't speak. And so when I called 911, I mean, I knew he was having a stroke. And then by the time they got there and put him on the gurney, his right side was completely flaccid. It had fallen off the gurney, so they had to then tie him onto the gurney.
And then the next thing I remember was I was ICU. I was on ICU, and I was just looking around and everything, and I'm thinking to myself, well, my family was there, and I'm thinking to myself, this is not a good thing.
A clot formed in his left ventricle, and it was called a pedunculated clot, which looks like a sucker. It had a stick with a little bulb on the top, and a piece of that bulb is what broke off for whatever reason and then traveled through and went to his brain, and that's what caused the stroke. There was 4 people that consulted me because I had never been around anyone getting TPA. I was very nervous. They explained it all to me because I had to sign for him to get that. And they said, it's going to be the best. His recovery's going to be so much better. Everything's going to be, you just really need to do it. They convinced me to do it, which I'm so happy because the end result, and they said it's going to take 72 hours, and it definitely did take 72 hours. And within 72 hours, miraculously, everything started coming back for him.
At first, I had to do my ABCs. I couldn't even do my ABCs. I had to have cards, One was penguins, and I would say penguins because I couldn't say penguins. I'd say penguins,
In the beginning, it was giant steps. Now it's baby steps. But he still improves all the time. Yeah. He's always very, very positive about things. And he does have a difficult time. He wants to say a word, and it's not the right word. And luckily, he's always had a good personality, though. But we laugh at it, and we move on. We don't dwell on anything. I will tell you, for me to get through the experience in the beginning, it was his positive personality that got us there.
And I'm glad to be alive and have 3 grandbabies. Yeah. It's so incredible because if it wasn't for these guys, I'd be dead already.
He has something to say. Look at me. I recovered from not being able to speak, couldn't hardly walk on my right side, and look at me now. He couldn't button my shirt. He couldn't do anything, and now he can do everything. So it's a great thing. It's a good experience. Yeah.